At dinner, my son-in-law laughed. How does it feel to be a loser? Everyone laughed, except me. I just smiled and said, how does it feel to know that this loser will no longer pay your bills? Chase's face went white. Lauren froze mid-reach for the bread. The room went dead silent. Starting tomorrow, I continued calmly. Chase cleared his throat. You're kidding! It was a joke, Frank. Then consider mine the punchline. Lauren's bracelet caught the light like a distress signal. Dad, please, not here. I looked at my grandchildren. Ava, your recital was beautiful. Mason, that buzzer beater, I'm still proud. Then back to Chase. This isn't about embarrassment. It's about respect and ending a habit before it eats the bones. The habit had a timeline. February 2010, 1 month after my wife Cynthia died, Lauren called saying the mortgage was short. Only this once, she'd said. That phrase had worn a groove in my brain. It always comes back with friends. 15 years, $892,000. I'd kept records of every penny. Chase's jaw twitched. You could have said no all these years. You're right. I said yes for reasons I'm not ashamed of, but those reasons don't obligate me forever. I looked at Lauren. I promised your mother I'd take care of you, not that I'd underwrite a lifestyle. Lifestyle? Chase repeated, ugly in his mouth. Yes, the mortgage, the kids' school, groceries, your car, the bar tabs, where the story about me changes depending on the audience. His mouth closed tight. Lauren looked at the tablecloth like it might offer a script. I stood slowly. I'm not angry. Anger burned off long ago. I'm clear. I kissed Lauren's cheek. Thank you for dinner. Chase stood as if standing would make him taller. Frank, we're family. Then we'll learn to act like one, starting with gratitude and ending with responsibility. The next morning, I made the calls. First County Bank canceled the automatic mortgage payments. Insurance removed linked accounts. Northfield Academy stopped tuition autopay. Arranged direct payment for Mason and Ava only. At 8:53 a.m., Lauren called. Dad, the bank called. Our payment bounced. I canceled the autopay as I said I would. What are we supposed to do? You and Chase have incomes. You'll budget. You'll cut. You'll prioritize. It's not that simple. It's not simple. It's adult. Chase called at 9:17. Reverse the payments now. No, you can't walk away from your responsibilities as a father. My responsibilities include raising a daughter who can stand. They do not include carrying her husband. He swore and hung up, but I wasn't done. Not even close. I discovered Chase had been using my secondary credit card for business expenses. $38,000 over 2 years. Restaurants, electronics, boutique hotels. When I'd wired money for their roof leak, they'd gone to Cancun instead. I called my attorney Harris. We moved everything, accounts, properties, the trust, into structures where only my signature mattered. The rental properties that had been funding their lifestyle sold to a young couple for below market value. The cabin they thought I'd gifted them, still legally mine through a trust Chase never read, listed it that week. 3 days later, I revoked access to the alley behind their house, land I'd quietly bought months earlier. Now they had to park 2 streets over. When Chase found out about the auto shop venture I'd pulled my investment from, he showed up. What the hell, Frank? You can't just pull your money out like that. I'm taking back what's mine. You're making yourself the enemy. I'm comfortable with that. But the final move was the trust. The inheritance Lauren assumed she'd get, rewritten. The majority now goes to a scholarship fund in Cynthia's name for kids who understand the value of what's given to them. Last week I met them at a restaurant for what Lauren called a chance to talk things through. Chase wore his polished smirk. We think there's a way forward, but you'll have to be reasonable. I slid an envelope across the table. Chase opened it. Copies of the trust transfer, property sales, account closures. What is this? Lauren asked, voice rising. That is confirmation. As of this morning, none of the properties or accounts you've been enjoying exist. They're sold, transferred, or placed where you have no legal access. Chase's jaw tightened. You can't. I can, and I did. The loser you laughed at doesn't owe you a cent. Lauren pushed her glass away, hands trembling. Dad, this isn't fair. Fair? Was it fair when you forged my signature on loan papers? When you let Chase talk to me like dirt? You mistook my silence for weakness. That was your mistake. I stood, leaving the envelope on the table. The most satisfying part isn't watching you fall. It's walking away knowing I'll never have to carry your weight again.